Growth-driven design is an alternative approach to the traditional method of website development. So let's start off by asking the question, is growth-driven design right for your company? If your website is a strong marketing asset, if you view your website as your number one sales tool, then growth-driven design is probably a great choice for your business. So in order to better understand growth-driven design, let's take a look at the traditional website design process. In traditional website design, we typically start out with a website, or we're going to build a brand new website. In the case of building a brand new website, it's typically a 1 to 3 month process. It's very labor intensive, and the website sits for 1 to 2 years and not a lot happens. Until one day, the CEO or the marketing manager decides, hey, we need to build a new website. And then the process goes again, 1 to 3 months where we're building the website out. It's very labor intensive. Design elements are typically based off of assumptions rather than real data. And then the site launches again. And this process continues. This is the traditional website design process. Growth-driven design is a little bit different. With growth-driven design, we build the website out over time. This allows us to observe user behavior and make changes to the website and build them into the website over time so that the functionality continuously improves and the website never goes stale, stagnant, or out of date. So growth-driven design is made up of 3 key factors: observable data, making a hypothesis for improvement, and implementing that hypothesis. This forms a flywheel and allows you to build changes into the foundation of your website, continually improving it over time. So user behavior are things like time spent on site, average page views, the user flow through the site, conversion rates on landing pages, and click-throughs on calls to action. These are things that we can observe and measure and build hypotheses upon. So a hypothesis is an educated guess on an improvement to a metric on the site. When Marketing Mary visits the pricing page, we believe changing enterprise pricing into request a quote will boost MQL conversions for this page by 10%. We believe this to be true because research or previously validated assumptions. So after we have our hypothesis, we implement that hypothesis. If the hypothesis works out and delivers as expected, we build it into the foundation. If it doesn't get near our mark, then we can throw it out and generate a new hypothesis. So our growth-driven design model, in turn, really ramps up our marketing and sales efforts because we're continually improving based off of user behavior. We're making database decisions and not assumptions based off of personal preference. So some of the things to take into account with traditional website design versus growth-driven design are the upfront risks of a traditional website design. We're spending an immense amount of time and effort building a website that is often based off of assumptions and not data. It's based off of somebody's design preference. A lot of times this also results into an out-of-scope or over-budget website, and oftentimes that 3 months turns into 6 months or 12 months. So now that we have a site based off of assumptions, it's going to sit pretty much static for 1 to 2 years, and not a lot of effort is going to go into that website to improve it. With growth-driven design, the process is built out over time. At Pittsburgh Internet Consulting, we typically run quarterly sprints for our growth-driven design projects. We start with a Launchpad site, and this is a very quick website that we try to get launched within 30 to 60 days, and from that, we can build improvements on. Our design decisions are based off of data, and our goal is to continuously improve metrics. If growth-driven design is something you would like to have a conversation about for your business, don't hesitate to reach out to somebody at Pittsburgh Internet Consulting. We would love to have that conversation with you.